BeardMeatsFood has nearly 6 million followers, and all of his videos are based around how much food you can eat, food challenges, and ridiculously dense foods. But he's still in shape. If you carry on watching for the next few minutes, we'll explain how he does it, how he stays in shape, and how he manages to eat this amount of food. What's your favourite?
What's my favourite BeardMeatsFood video? Yeah. I don't have a select flavour in my mind. I just remember him eating a whole plate of sausages once, and I figured I was quite impressive.
Where he impales them, doesn't he? He just I think he was European food eating champion or something like that, and because he regurgitates it as well, doesn't he? There's a specific way that they eat the sausages.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Joey Chestnut.
Don't know who that's it. Who's that guy?
Just Joey Chestnut. He's 4th of July champion, like
No,
15 years.
Adam somebody. It was
from
used to be a
Man vs.
Man versus Food.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used to like him, but then he's going to be the complete opposite to BeardMeatsFood, which we'll explain kind of in a minute. Obviously, he's quite overweight or fairly overweight. I believe he has lost some weight due to some health reasons.
Yeah.
But essentially, what it is, this guy, he knows how many calories he needs, not necessarily per day, but over the week or over a longer period of time. So we are going to break it down. We're going to use, I'll move over here. That's not going to work, is it? Is that going to work? See that on there? So we've got a few calculations here. So if we know what the calories are for the day, for example, we'll get very close to mate. Can we see that on the board? 2,300 calories. Can we see that on the board? I'm going to write this down anyway, and you can go with us. 2,300 calories a day for me. If I was to eat that, I would stay pretty much the same. And quick maths over the week is 16,100, I believe. Correct me if we're wrong. Okay, so that is your total expenditure for the week for me to stay exactly the same. Now, the easiest way to do it will be to stick to 2,300 per day. But what we could do, we could go from Monday to Friday. We could have 2,000 calories per day. And on Saturday and Sunday, that gives us around 3,000 calories per day. Over the week, that is the same amount of calories, and you will get exactly the same results, albeit you might be a little bit heavier on Monday just from the slightly increased calories from the weekend. Another way that we can do it, we could do 1,800 calories Monday to Friday, and then on a Saturday, we could have 5,000. Sunday, you could have 221. Again, it adds up to pretty much the same over the week, and it's all down to you, so obviously how we work it. Anything you want to add there, mate? How do you do yours?
Well, I mean, last week, if I did mine, for example, I don't track, but I just kind of look at my plate and assess what's healthy. I kind of know the portion sizes now. Kept it quite moderate during the week, and then Saturday went on a bender, big boozer, and then I probably had alcohol poisoning on Sunday, so couldn't eat any food. So that was my 0 calories for Sunday. So I basically went from like 9,000 on Saturday to 0 on Sunday. So it worked great for me. Not the best way to do it. I just kind of keep it at a moderate level. I don't particularly track. I'm not concerned about losing weight at the moment. I look at my plate. If it's healthy, it's healthy. If it's not, it's not. I kind of know that. But give yourself a bit of lenience with it. I think the issue a lot of people have is that they have one bad day, whether that be during the week or on the weekend, and they'll say, oh, fuck it, I'm throwing away the rest of the week.
Start January.
It's not a daily thing. It's not a day-by-day thing. Look at the bigger picture. Look at it over a week. Look at it over a month. Okay? If you keep your calories down over the course of a month, you will lose weight. Just because you've had 2 bad days in 1 month doesn't mean the whole month's out of the window.
So one way you can do it, what BeardMeatsFood will do, he'll look at what his calories are over the week, and then he'll work out if he's doing a 10,000 calorie challenge, he'll work out what that is. So on the Saturday, for example, 10,000. So we'll use this as my example here. So my total for the week is 16,100. If you are doing that 10,000 calorie challenge, I know it's very excessive, but if you take that off your total calorie allowance for the week, then that allows you just over 1,000 calories a day for the other 6 days. This will work, but I wouldn't recommend it because most people, 1,000 calories a day is not going to be very good for them at all. You may manage it for a little while if you are eating the correct foods like high protein, lots of fruit, lots of veg to keep you full, but long term, it is not going to be advised for most people. But that is how it's done. What we can look at as well for the average person is to do this for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just do this once, track Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, what that total is. And if it comes out to, we've got a couple of examples here, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if it adds up to 9,000 calories, and you've got to be doing, back to my example, 16,000 over the week, that takes you down to 1,420 calories for Monday to Friday. Again, very low, but that would be how you were to do it if you wanted to go down that route. Obviously, we're talking excessive numbers here and how this guy does it, but to bring that into real life, that is essentially what you would do.
I think a lot of people, they inflate how much they actually have. You think if you have like a whole packet of Jaffa cakes, for example,
It's not that hard.
you're like, oh, that's crazy. Or I have a whole packet of Harry. It's only about probably 300 to max 500 over what you would really need in a day. And then the next day, you'll restrict and have like, try and have 1,000 under what you need. Whereas only if you spread it out across the week, all you have to do is have like 100 less each day. Then you've negated that packet of whatever Jaffa cakes, Harry and anything like that. So I think people go a bit overboard when it comes to overeating and restricting, and that's where they struggle with diets.
Hang on, just asking ChatGPT.
If it's under 500, I'll go eat a whole packet right now.
How many calories in a packet of Jaffa cakes?
Jaffa cakes are a classic treat, and usually a standard Jaffa cake has around 45 to 50 calories each. If you get a bag of, say, 10 of them, you're looking at roughly 450 to 500 calories in the whole pack.
There you go, 450 calories in a packet of Jaffa cakes. That's a lot. Could be worse. Yeah, that's how we do it. Again, obviously that's excessive, but that's kind of, if you use that rule, use the undulating calories over the day or the weeks. If you want to go out and enjoy yourself and go for these big meals, do it, but just be aware of what you're doing for the rest of the week, as long as it's not detrimental to obviously how you feel for the rest of the week, energy levels, and the actual quality of food that you're eating. But better enjoy this one. Cool. That's it. So that's the end of the episode. Nice and quick, just talking about food. Again, if you want to do anything with us, click on the links below. We will have a blood check one on there as well fairly soon. We will cover a video on why I got my bloods checked a few times this year, and we'll talk about that and why you should be doing it as well. There is a link in the description below for that. So click the next video that pops up above Oscar's head, and we'll see you soon.